Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Um, Again, like always, I know what I'm doing. Today is going to be called um, Making It Happen Mondays. Making It Happen Mondays. Because 2 days out the week, I'm going to definitely make it happen on these live. All right, so today, my subject is the word can't. This one has been digging at me for a minute now. So, again, I'm going to start off with the word can't. One thing we have to learn to do is to take this word out of our vocabulary. Because I honestly believe that we can do anything we choose to do. It's it's when we tell ourselves we can't do something, is when we manifest it, and then we begin not to do anything. We need to stop using the word can't when it comes to being better people, being better people in business, trying something new, venturing out. See, I'd rather say that at least try. Before you say you can't do something, at least try to do it. At least think about the possibilities. See, we're big on having a defeatist attitude of jumping up and saying what we cannot do. And I'm really starting to realize that when we use that word can't, it just means that we won't. Because realistically, you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything you have a passion for, you do. So, again, that word can't is really a way to say you won't. I've noticed that um, when people want to hang out, they can. If people want to buy the latest Jordan, they can. When people want to buy that iPhone, they can. But when it comes to doing something for yourself, all of a sudden it's too hard. It's too expensive. You can't afford it. You don't have the time. All the excuses start to play a part when it's something you have to do to motivate yourself. So, again, I had the opportunity to speak to a young lady yesterday. Well, actually, we was texting, and I heard when she put in the text, the can't. And my goal is to let people know you can do anything you want to do. You can be a success at anything you choose to do. But first, you have to remove the word I can't. The word can't makes no sense to me. It doesn't benefit you to always tell yourself what you cannot do. Now, if you try something and I would say you fail at it, still doesn't mean you can't do it. That means you have to try harder. That's all that means. That word can't. See, my biggest thing is I won't use that word. I won't use that word because that word to me serves no purpose. And I love when other people say that I can't do something. Because now that becomes a motivation for me why I have to do it. I have to be the evidence and example that I can do it. I have to be, what's the word? I have to be the one who shows them not only can I do it, I can do it better than you thought I was going to do it. For years in my career, I had people telling me what couldn't be done, you can't do it, this can't happen. And time after time after time, I showed them that with the right amount of work, you can do it. So my new business venture is no different. With me in life, no different. I can. I tell my kids all the time, stop saying what you cannot do, because you can do it. And then once they see it, once they get to actually be able to look at it and say, oh, I could do it. I said, I knew all along you could do it. And that's with anybody. That's with your kids, with your spouse, with anybody that has any sort of a goal, whether it be short term, long term, whatever it is. Stop saying you can't. Because again, when you tell me you can't do something, that just tells me that you won't do it. You won't give it energy. You won't give it time. You won't give it what's the word? You won't give it that you. You know what I'm saying? Because anything worth having is worth working for. If you want something bad enough, you have to work for it. And you'll see how that can't just disappears. That can't gets gone. I will never allow anything or anybody, or even myself for that matter, tell me what I cannot do, what I can't do, because I will do it. And if you take it a step further, I think everyone has the ability to be a great parent. I think everybody has the ability to be a great entrepreneur. I feel everybody has the ability to be a great individual, to be productive in society. But when we use excuses like where we grew up and I was poor and all these things that, yes, are hindrances to you being great, but don't stop you from being great. So once you tell yourself, I can do it, I can come from a place of poverty and build myself up into a place of wealth. I can go from being a teenage mom to actually being a great parent, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Because the not knowing is not a can't. The not knowing is a learning. See, you have to learn to be successful. You have to learn to be a great parent. You have to learn to struggle and don't surpass. Don't, what I'm saying, don't drown in your struggles. They'll always say the problem with getting knocked down is not the knockdown part. It's the part if you stay down. Because I don't care how many times you fall down, the success is in getting back up, picking yourself up, and continue to move forward. That's the important part. It's not the get knocked down part. We all gonna go through stuff in life, and that's just the way life is. If you think you're not going to go through stuff, just keep living. But you can't use the stuff you go through as an excuse for saying why you can't do something. In reverse, you have to take those obstacles and making your stepping stones. You have to take the naysayers and make them the witness to what you're doing. So when you say you can't, it's worse than somebody else saying you can't. Because somebody else's words mean much or nothing to you. But it's when you feel within yourself you can't do something, that just tells me you won't do something. Because you can do anything you want to do. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back that can't hear me. When you tell yourself, not what somebody else says about you, but people want to talk about you regardless. When you tell yourself you can't do something, when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can't do X, Y, Z, you have already failed yourself. Because you're not, to me, you're not saying that you can't do it. You're saying you just won't do it. I can be whatever I want to be. I can do whatever I choose to do. And that's the operative word, is what you choose to do. I say excuses are useless. They serve no real purpose other than to allow you to fail. So I can say to you, every reason you find why you can't do something, I can double that and find reasons why you can. Everything you say that you can't do, I can show you how you can. And that's just like me being a super genius. That's just me being a realist. That's me being a real person and letting you know that there is nothing that you cannot do. We do what we choose to do. And that's that most important thing there. We do what we choose to do. And I choose not to live my life in the word of can't. I will. I will make it happen because I have to. I have no choice. And when you put yourself in a position where you say, not only am I going to eliminate can't from my vocabulary, I'm going to go deaf to it when somebody else says it. I'm not going to hear somebody else when they telling me what I can't do. I'm not going to It's going to be like a foreign language to me when I hear somebody say what I can't do. You might as well be on the other side of the world, as far as I'm concerned, when you use the word can't when it comes to me. Because I will not hear it. I will not allow it to fester in my mind. Because that's where everything begins at. It begins at you hearing something. Then you taking it and you absorbing it. And then it starts to really make things shut down within you. I refuse that. I can't is going to replace with I will. No is going to replace with now. There's going to be no maybes in there either. I'm removing maybe. Maybe I can. No, I can. Ain't no maybes. And like I said, the biggest thing I want people to understand is that sometimes you may not like the messenger. You may not want to hear from the messenger, but you still need that message. Because I understand that some people, because it's coming from me, won't want to hear it. Which I don't know why, but they won't. It's just the way life is. But look past the messenger and listen to the message. That's what I ask you to do. That's what I charge people to do is sometimes it may not be for you, but it's for somebody. You may feel you got it all together. And most times none of us do. We all have shortcomings. We all make mistakes. We all don't do things perfectly, which is fine. But again, we have to learn to remove those certain words from our vocabulary in order to get what we want. We have to learn that looking forward and walking is a lot better than looking backwards and trying to walk forward. Can't control anything that happened in the past. All you can do is work on your future. All you can do is realize that all them times you said you can't are in the past. Now you have to tell yourself, I can. You have to tell yourself that not only can I will, I must, I have to. Listen, I believe that every day that I'm on here, every time I get on here and I speak, somebody needs to hear what I had to say today. So I don't take it light what I say on here. I don't say anything that I think is outrageous or doesn't make sense. What I'm saying now makes the greatest sense in the world. It makes so much sense that I have to say it. It's built up within me and I have to get it out. And it's something that not only works for adults, but it works for children also. We have to stop allowing ourselves to allow our children to say what they can't do. And to be honest with you, we got to let them know it's going to be a struggle. It's not going to be easy, but they still can do it. See, because as kids, we learn that we get this thing where we listen to people tell you what you can't do. Now we're on to adulthood, you still feel that you can't do anything. I think if I would have been told more as a child what I could do instead of what I couldn't do or what I shouldn't do, I would have been a more successful person at an earlier age. But you can't, again, look in the back. You got to move forward. So, again, today, like every day, I'm going to come on here and be motivational. I'm going to come on here and speak truth. I'm going to come on here and speak life to what I say. And then not only that, I'm going to be the evidence of what I say. So not only am I going to say things, I'm going to let you watch me be the evidence of what I say. Because that's the real thing right there. Not only like the older people used to say, I can show you better than I can tell you. So anything I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. And I want you to watch me do it. But today I want everybody that's listening to me to get in their mind to take that word out of their vocabulary. Can't. Because in the truest of truest things, you can. You will. You have to. You have a blessed day. One.